we're giving away this 1200 horsepower turbo Trans Am. Go to lsnasty.com. Every dollar you spend is an entry to win.
All right, guys, we are back working on the cow. My main man Travis here twisted my arm and got me out here to work on this thing. I want to start this video off with a public apology to Huron Speed, John and the guys over at Huron Speed, hooking up with this absolutely badass single turbo T6 5th gen Cowmaro kit, which I know a decent amount of you guys started following me from when this was the only car I had, and I've just neglected it. I've been busy, and I mean, even to this day, how much have I bitched? I've done everything I could just to not work on it. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, this car's been worked on so much over the years. It's not like, hey, we just need to fix this. It's, well, if we change one thing, it changes another thing, and another thing has to get changed. And I just was a little wimp about it and got in my feelings and was like, I'm not working on it. And then Travis just texted me this morning. He's like, hey, we're working on the cow tonight, so get over it. So It's got a bunch of really good stuff on there. It's got a badass TDI turbo, Huron Speed turbo kit. So I just want to give a big shout out and an apology to those two companies, because this thing should have been on the road a whole lot long time ago. There's no, I have no excuse for it sitting on the lift this long.
We're trying to make the street car a street car.
Yeah.
We need back out. Like, we've been doing decent track stuff. Go check out the Lights Out videos if you haven't seen those.
Good series of videos.
Yes.
Doing some racing.
You know, so lots of videos at the track. We just haven't done a whole lot of street car. We did get the crispy chicken out on the street.
Yep.
Shoots out on the street.
Yep.
So that's it was kind of rekindled for me to, like, we got this one, we got Silverback, we got, you know, we need some more street cars to street car.
Yeah, Travis is over here making sure I'm staying in line. So he came over here. Travis actually helped me a bunch putting this T6 kit on, and I mean, you did it firsthand. How'd it fit? Everything? How'd it go?
It was great. It was, you know, research and development for them. So there was a couple of pieces. The guys over there were really great. There was just a couple of videos for feedback. Sent it back out. They made their adjustments. Sent the stuff right back out. It's actually the crossover pipes
version 2.
Yeah, was, you know, fit immaculate. You know, obviously it's street car stuff, so you're kind of worming it in there, but everything's as it is. You're not like cramming stuff in there, just bolts right up. Once you finally get it set right, you can definitely tell that they took a lot of time to make sure that it snakes right where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. Going from an 88 to 91, this is really, I'd say, going to be able to make more power, but more streetable than it was before. Before it had an air-to-water intercooler ice tank deal, 88mm turbo, big Huron Speed air-to-air, and this thing's a beast. Proven, we've gone really fast with it. Makes it way more streetable. Still running the bump regs exhaust. They do have an option to run tailpipes with this turbo kit, so highly recommend going over and checking out the guys over at Huron Speed, because they do just absolutely badass stuff. F-body stuff, impossible to beat. They make the most. I mean, the crispy chicken's got a T6 hot side on there. So I mean, it just shows you. I mean, the car we're giving away has their stuff on there, so it's absolutely badass. We've run their Fox body stuff. We've run their truck stuff. Everything they do.
I've been looking at some of the log manifolds to maybe squeeze in my S10.
Yeah, they're very.
Like
this turbo kit that we did a custom 98mm single turbo street car build on Eddie Murphy. We're using their manifolds just because they are so convenient. So we have a small punch list of things to do, but all the things to do are time consuming. We're at the very end of the build. We talk about this often, where the last 10% can sometimes take as long as the first 90. This is the stuff that really needs to be done right for reliability, consistency, and not having to work on this thing all the time. You want it to run good at the track, you don't want to be working on it.
Yep, absolutely. It's the be able to get in it, fire it up, drive it down the street, go. Just kidding. Y'all are going to know.
Oh, yeah.
At the track.
Can't tell no time. No time. We've been like 6 years not told time on this thing, so I'm proud of it.
But the days of firing this up in the shop, driving to Galat, busting a little ass, and driving it back are coming back.
Yeah, we're going to do it. And it's honestly, it's well overdue. So tonight what we're working on, again, just some little odds and end things. We're going to make some...
here, hold on. Let's show them.
Some brackets here for the Radiator. So we're going to brace this up. Again, this is like the R&D stage, so it didn't have any bracing. We're going to brace it up here. We have a brake we have a porta band, so we should be able to make something nice, convenient, do its job. It's got really nice mounts up top, so all we're doing is just making sure it doesn't wiggle at all. Other than that, get the shifter out of this thing. It's got a rear feed shifter, a rear exit front feed, which as you can see doesn't work with the turbo kit. So I have a Mickey shifter, which is a rear exit rear feed,
yeah.
which is what we need. So the only thing that I think I might have messed up on is that one's set up for a 400, so I think the actual bracket that goes on the shifter is different, but that's an easy fix. It comes with a really nice bracket to bolt on, which I think that's also different for the 400 to the Power Glide. So I'll call Mark tomorrow and get what we need to make sure that it goes in as it should. But overall, I mean, other than that, everything drivetrain wise is here. We do have to make like one modification to one of the fuel lines and then get some heat sleeving and just protect these fuel lines here to make sure they just are well protected. So that's the plan with this. I'd say for tonight, if we can get the radiator stuff done, get this shifter out of it, and then kind of eyeball and see what we need. After that, it's just like really like final assembly, put a fan on it, wire the fan up, rewire the dome control for the CO2 boost controller, and you know, we should be good to go. It's had a year. The pumps have been sitting in E85, so I'm not sure how happy the pumps are going to be. We put a new fuel pressure regulator on it, so it's going to have to be retuned. So we're going to take it to RPM Motorsports and let them tune it. I'm going to have low expectations that we're not going to have to drop the tank. But if we do drop the tank, I'm putting a trapdoor in this thing. 100%. We are not doing this shit no more. Trapdoor all day long. So it's well overdue. Honestly, personally, I wouldn't be opposed to putting a fuel cell in the trunk, like a 10 or 15 gallon fuel cell with 2 Magna Fuel 750s, just because I know it's a proven setup, and just having the tanks in here, it's nice to just fill it up like that. But
to mirror more what's going on at Hank.
Yeah. Hank's setup, absolutely perfect. I mean, we go out there and make 1,600 horsepower with the Magna Fuels. The external pump's way better than the internal in my eyes. If you have to work on it, if you have a failure at the track, you can pop one out, pop one in. I see no need to run an internal pump unless it is like a real deal 100%, like you're going to daily drive it. Then obviously you can have like the Crispy Chicken set up perfect, where it's got an internal pump for its cruising around, and as soon as it sees anything over 5 pounds, or however you set up in the Holley, you know, or a Hob switch, the secondary pump comes on.
Yep.
That's real deal, like true 100% street car, but this isn't my daily driver. I pick and choose when I drive it, so having it with one Magna Fuel running all the time and then having a second one come on, it's not the end of the world. So
also, there's provisions for where the ice tank was anyway, so there was already a tank back there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of room. We already moved the battery and everything like that. So,
cool.
Yeah, I guess we'll just keep rocking and rolling. All right, we're back, and Travis is doing some fab here. We got some flat stock aluminum. We're gonna make a little brace to go here. I'm gonna get some, I guess, like some rubber or something, just to kind of
3M double-sided tape.
Yeah, some 3M double-sided tape, just keep it from rattling around. Using our junior size brake here. This might be the first bend.
Yeah, of this ever?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bent anything on this.
Oh, dang.
I have like the big ass brake over in that corner, but this is definitely more appropriate for what we're doing here. I'll get that down. Oh, that you know what that's called? Broken.
So I had to get an angle in there so that it went flat back to the radiator, and then we'll break it right here.
Yeah, that's it.
There.
How far forward do we want to go with it?
There.
Right.
Yeah.
All the way up against it, or just maybe a little bit off and get like something thicker in there?
Yeah, I mean, we could put
maybe like that.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna bend that up at like really like just, I mean, I guess it would be a 90 minus this angle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just rinse and repeat on the other side. lead fabricator Travis here. I'm just the cameraman holder.
I'm quite literally, because of stormwork, the last man standing. No. I'm the last fabricator here. Like,
don't sell yourself short. Travis is a breaking fool at this point. So we got everything here. Let's give him a little mock-up of what we got going on. So this is like, you guys can do this shit right at home. It's taking 2 seconds.
So obviously you see where we're going to clearance for the petcock. So it'll go in, some tape, rubber, and then it'll mount to the...
I mean, that's about damn near perfect. Yeah, honestly, I think we just leave it all. Let's cut this out. Let's cut it like with a hard angle, just with like a 90 for like proof of concept.
Okay.
I mean, or honestly, you could just cut it at a diagonal. I mean, no one's going to see it.
Take the bandsaw.
We will always know.
Run it in. Take the bandsaw, run it in. Take the bandsaw, run it down, and then smooth the corner.
We will always know what this looks like. Not everyone else will. Well, now they might.
They will. They'll all know because it's right there.
Yeah. What if we just hack it where it's just like a big diagonal? It just looks like hammered ass.
I don't like the word hack. That's for that side of the shop.
He points to Mason's side. But listen, hear me out. We hack it up, and then we go to the track, and someone's like, hey, I know what that looks like. And then we're just like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
So we better do it. We better do it right.
That's okay. You can't see the radiator mounts from behind the car.
Oh. Ooh. All right, let's get this thing cut, and we'll get her in there. Look, we've only been working on this for like 2 minutes, dude. We're knocking it out. All right, wee bit of cutting, wee bit of grinding. Is it fitting better?
Yeah.
I think we're in there. Like Travis said, we could have offset the hole, but that would have been just way too easy and make way too much sense. So now it's perfect, and it looks great there. Now we do one on the. Oh, is that one side a little hot?
It's a little toasty, but there's.
Look at that! Would you look at that? Put a little bit of padding right here. Put a little bit of padding right here, so it really secures it. But I mean, even right there, like.
Mm-hmm. And that's hand tight. I mean, that's just kind of running there to know we got the hole.
Yeah, put a big washer here, and we'll be good to go. Really, if you're worried about like, you could like gusset that, I guess. Mm-hmm. If you really were worried about it, but I mean, having 2 of these, this is just like.
It's to keep the radiator basically from swinging back into whatever provision for a fan we put here.
Yeah, so I think it'll be fine. Let's do one on the other side, and then we're just getting them knocked out. We're building them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mounted.
All right, y'all. We got our Travis calls it semi. We gotta add our rubber bushing. Dude, feel that. Mm-hmm. Feel that.
Yeah, she's in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it still goes this way.
Well, we don't have any rubber in there.
Yeah. Basically, it's like the door weather stripping. It sounds really silly, but you put that in between the two, keeps air. It actually will force air flow from the intercooler through the radiator.
Yep. So that's nice. We got to run our lower radiator mount and then put our fan on it, and then we're done with the cooling system using the factory LS3 water pump. So next, we're gonna move over to the shifter. I say before we tackle it, we just cut the shift cable. I don't know. I mean, the shifter. Okay, I won't. I'm just all about destruction. So we're gonna lower the car. We'll hop in there. There's a nice shifter bucket built. Actually, I think we can probably. Someone's got to be in the car.
So
I don't know. I think we might have to disassemble the shifter.
Get it out, get the cover off to get to the bolts. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I actually had started taking the retainer clip for the shifter linkage out, and then I realized that I needed to get it off the shifter first, and we are in the clouds. Yeah, so we'll lower it. We'll get to work on that, and then I guess we'll show a time lapse of getting the shifter out. Sweet. Inside the cow. We're going inside the cow. It's been over a year. It's been over a year. Guys, you wait till you see how dusty it is in there.
Hopefully there's no critters.
It's rough. I'm gonna laugh if there are.
We are on ground level. I am terrified.
Oh, that tire pissed.
Oh yeah, that tire's angry.
Pissed. This is how you know. So. Orders today, we're gonna start throwing some of this shit in.
Just random change?
Yeah, you might get change, you might get dollars, funny boost cut license plate, we got some old belts, who knows? No time slips over, I got rid of those. No time slips? No time slips. What is this? Hey. What is this? I see large numbers. Oh, is that time slip? Whoa! Oh. Whoa, what is this? A sticker? That was a sticker at one point. Alignment? Quality Auto Services, the only place that does my alignments. What else? More time slips? Look at this gold. The OG DCF cow logo. Oh my god, gotta love it. Dude, it's been a while. Like, it's been so long. Oh my god. If that isn't the most my mom thing ever, that is Patty to a T. That is. That is. Hey, one of my favorite things though is that you call mom right before you can make a pass. Every time. Well, the first pass of the day. Not every pass, but the first pass. Oftentimes my ADD kicks in, I forget, I'm sitting in the car all strapped in, but mom gets a call regardless. Look at this. Looking good. Look at all the room we got for fans now. Hell
Yeah, brother.
So I haven't found any friends. It is a little dusty.
Oh, there's metal shavings. I just parked right next to the fab table. Metal shavings all over.
Metal, don't do that.
Metal shavings everywhere.
Hey, you been looking for these?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Metal shavings everywhere.
Hey, you been looking for this?
No, that stays with the car. That stays with the car. I actually haven't been looking for that yet. All right. So, how was like our spider report?
We're good.
Here, let's see if we can. We might not have to take the whole center console out.
Possibly.
Oh, God.
Fun.
Gotta love G.
Oh, what is this?
GM. Oh, was that sticking up?
Ooh. Everyone watching this video in slow-mo.
All right, so we have. Is that connected to anything? Are there wires on that? There's a wire. Hold on, there's a connector. I can't see shit. I should probably get a flashlight.
We'll get a light.
All right, come on. Just lay it over there. Just lay it over there.
Strong man.
All right, we have
two. In true John fashion, we're missing one. Watch that door over there.
Okay. There's one here, and one there. What are they? 7s? They look extremely small.
They're 7s.
That should take our leather sheath off, which I don't know if we're gonna be able to reuse because I have an M&M shifter. Also, let's not put this car back up in the air because I kicked this until I reposition it. Okay. Now the question is, where on earth I stored that M&M shifter? I don't see an M&M box over here. I don't see one. No, that's not it. This is. Oh shit.
Oh.
Hold on.
That's like a $20,000.
What tall person put this shit up here where I can't reach it?
David.
And Travis and I are both short as hell.
David. Hang on.
I'm worried there's another cap up there. It's gonna hit me in the noggin. All right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
There was not.
No, there was not. Brand new catch can. I don't know what we're gonna put that in.
Is this RSM?
So, I didn't tell anybody this, but we're repurposing all of this stuff to go into the Bad Apple. So the Bad Apple's getting all the Turbo Smart stuff, all the badass everything. I'm pretty much divvying it up. If it goes to the Turbo stuff, it goes in the Bad Apple. If I can use it for like some simple shit, I'm gonna put it on the Blizzard. That is the one going in the Sheep. Yeah, it's 389.
How?
You already got it right there. My man. All right, here, grab the shifter. Let's unveil. I don't know what color this is, so I have to call Mark and see what the difference is between a 2-speed 400 and a Power Glide one, because I think it might just be like the length of the throw or the bracket itself that it bolts onto. So, but I guess what we'll do now is we'll just see how far off it is from fitting.
Okay.
And I guess we'll look at a way to mount it.
Well, we got
all the other Mickey stuff has been mounted off of a tube.
Yeah.
You know, but this is in like a bucket, so I guess we'll see. We could always build a tube mount off of it, but that would be a little bit more work. That's gonna be nice in there, a Mickey shifter. Mm-hmm. And it's got air too, so I'll have to just put it on Holly.
Oh my word, you are such a princess.
Just put it on Holly air, dude. Air shifter.
This isn't on Holly.
I'm saying now I have a good excuse to put it on Holly.
Guys, sorry, let's not be. Convince him to please put this on Holly so we can quit fighting HB tuners.
Seriously. Seriously.
I mean, I remember fighting it.
Seriously.
Enter the meme of the cat on the keyboard.
Seriously.
Yeah. It's
HB
horrible.
tuner. No. Once you go to a Holly Terminator, HB tuner's trash all day long. Trash. So.
Horrible.
All right. I guess we can.
Let's get the old one out.
Let's get the old one out. I'm getting all excited.
I know. Let's get the old one out. You see new parts, you go crazy. Let's get the old one out. Figure out how big the hole is, and then see what can fit in there.
All right. All right. Okay, I feel right at home in this thing. Honestly, I haven't given two shits about this thing until I got back in it like just now, and I'm like, dude, this is old girl. This is it right here.
You know what, fun fact, never been in a ride in this thing.
Dude, that's a shame. It's a shame that so many people haven't.
I can't say that, I mean, it has been running while we were friends, but.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're getting this boot off.
You gotta take the sides off. Or you
can just manhandle it. Let's unmanhandle it. Oh no. Oh, you guys are watching it live. Get over it.
Remember when you were a kid and you tried to pull your pants over your shoes because you didn't want to untie them? That's what's going on right now.
The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, whichever is greater, it obtains a difference or deviation.
I almost punched myself right in the face. I was like this at one point.
Hang on.
Huh?
Keep going. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have buttons.
A neutral safety switch?
Well, why does it loop around there? Don't want to dent, old girl. Oh,
right.
Nice shifter cable.
Alright, y'all. What the hell is this? Rechargeable LED light bulb set. Okay, here we are. We got the Mickey shifter in here. Obviously, the footprint of this is way more badass and way more bigger. So, that changes how we're going to do things. If you look at the bottom of the shifter, though, it's got this, everything here is like threaded, and they sell an adapter that goes to like a tube mount, which is like how most of our race cars are. So you can pick and choose like where here you want it to mount. I think I have an idea. We're going to use the existing shifter bucket that's in there. It's got 2 bolt holes. So I'll get like a flat piece of stock steel, drill the bolt hole so it bolts in here the same exact way, weld the nut on top, because that worked really good, didn't it? Mm-hmm. We should be able to get it in the same way without having to take the drive shaft off.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad to get a wrench. It would be, honestly, without the drive shaft, 30-second job. You just zap them both off. But with the drive shaft in the way, you just get up there with a wrench and run it on. So
one thing that's important is, like, obviously you want to be comfortable with the shifter. So I like having my shifter like right here. The other one was down a little bit lower, but that's fine. So what I'm thinking is we will make the tube come out of here. It'll be angled, so we're just gonna have to cut the tube at the correct angle, make sure it's coming up how we want it. And then if you run it straight, you eliminate your cup holders. And then also, if the shifter's perfectly straight, it kind of feels funny because you have to, like, you're pulling it straight back opposed to going at a slight angle. So I think I might angle it a little bit more than I'd want to. And that's gonna do 2 things. As you see, if I were to go straight at this exact position, I'm like all up in my infotainment center. But if I angle it, I can push the shifter further forward. And then also I'm getting this shift linkage where it might not look that good, but I'm gonna just drill a hole right here by the seat and run the shift linkage. It'll be kind of pressed up firmly against the drive shaft tunnel, which will make sure it's far away from the drive shaft. If you go, you know, straight on with it, it's going to exit right over the drive shaft, and you're going to have to like idle clamp it or something to get it out of the way. So I'm thinking a position like this. So we'll have the tube come up. I have many options where I can mount it. As far as the tube location is not going to be very specific because I can, you know, move it with the shifter. So I'm thinking something like that. So if it's there, you know, you're driving, you got to move it, put it in gear, you know, bump it up. I mean, it feels very good. The height on it's perfect too. And then we should technically be able to put the boot and everything back on top of it, or everything down, and then put the shifter back on top of everything. So it will look somewhat stock, and then it'll just have the shifter sitting above everything. Cup holders, you know, not ideal. This back one is perfectly fine. This front one, I think you should be able to, I mean, no big gulps.
Can. It's definitely
Perfect.
a can. So if you're a passenger in the cow, think pop top.
Does it look ridiculous having it right here?
No, I actually think even if you brought it up a little bit, like all the way in park, it gives you a little more room away from the infotainment as well.
Yeah, I say
So, like,
infotainment. It's like 2012. Tells you the time and what radio station. But does have USB, which still works.
So like, yeah, even because it gives you more room for the cup holder and a little bit more room away from the dash.
And then I'm just going to drill a hole in the floor, snake everything through. I'm going to call M&M tomorrow and get the right linkage and adapter and make sure everything works. The bracket was set up for a 400 pan rail opposed to Power Glide pan rail. But yeah, I think this actual swap should be good because I barely know how to weld. So I got some stock steel back there. I can lay it down, you know, get everything kind of all driving the way it needs to be. And we don't run any buttons or anything like that. It's got the provision for the neutral safety, so we can wire that back up, and then it's got a provision for air if we ever do go to that point. So,
Holly, Put it on Holly.
I think it needs to be on Holly at this point. But overall, I mean, I think this is a big upgrade. The Mickey shifters are by far the most badass shifter you could buy, in my opinion. You know, there's other shifters out there that are, you know, the Motion Raceworks operator, that's badass as well. But my personal preference is just...
It's also continuity between the vehicles. Like trying to keep things the same.
Everything I have has an M&M shifter in it.
Yeah.
And they work good, so they're badass. I don't know. It's just simple. I'm used to them. Everything I got those, you know, either 2-speed 400 or Power Glide.
Sorry,
I just can't.
There it is.
Have it just like that. Literally have it so it's like coming, facing right at me. Drill the hole. Boom. High gear. Neutral. Reverse. Park. You know, being strapped in. That's one thing you want to make sure is, can you reach it when you're being strapped in, and that's, you know, extremely convenient. Overall, I think we will be good to go. So that's going to be my task for tomorrow, is to in-house solo fabricate this shifter mount, get it done, drill the hole, and then I'll probably be waiting for a day or two to get the stuff from Mark. I have a converter coming back from him on Monday, so I'll probably say, hey, throw the stuff in I need for this, and then we should be ready to ride. But overall, this is
some, as I say, shifter, and then the rubber pads for the radiator and the little radiator hose, and that's buttoned up too.
Yeah. Put the fan, wire the fan, wire up the CO2 boost control stuff. Put that one, I need a 6AN union, and then
good to go.
Mount the coils, and we're done.
Yep.
This I'm not gonna lie, like, this was my motivation to not work on it, and I wish I would have looked at it sooner, because this is a piece of cake. So the hardest part for me right now is going to be to find the bracket, which I know I bought. I get all my stuff from like Carter Motorsports. He sells everything. He's always has a bunch of M&M shifters in stock, so Brandon Carter always hooks it up. I know I've ordered them because I ordered 3 shifters at once, and I ordered 3 of the things with it. So guys, I know I got it. I just got to find it.
And you know, in a video or two coming up, Pro Bandit for sale.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd sell this sucker right now. Name the price. You want it?
Huh?
You want it?
Ooh. Yeah, maybe I do want it. I want it.
Maybe it won't be for sale.
Yeah. Ooh, sold.
Maybe it won't be for sale. So all right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Before I actually call it a night, because it's like 11 right now, I'm gonna tear through the shop to try to find this adapter bracket for the tube adapter, and if I could find it, we'll be cooking with peanut oil tomorrow.
Ooh, peanut oil. Unless you have an allergy, and then it's whatever you want.
Exactly. I'm excited, dude. I think it's gonna look good when you put all this shit back in there. So it's like all. I was worried that I was gonna have to run it like this because it was gonna be so big, and I was gonna cut a bunch of stuff out. But if I can put everything all back in there and then get the shifter on there, I'm gonna be so happy.
Oh yeah. Cup holders and the radio still.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All the streets of the Carolinas on notice.
And honestly, I mean, at this point, I don't want to add more work, but I'm almost tempted to pull the tank down, put a tank in the trunk, and run new fuel pumps and new fuel line to it, and just call it a day.
Well, I mean, now's the time to do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
now's the time to do it.
Put a 10-gallon cell in it.
Yeah.
And
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might do it. I'm just, comment down below if you guys want to see me just get all, because I know what's going to happen is if we get it all done, we fire it up, I go up there to get it tuned, we're on the dyno at RPM, and they're like, man, you know, something wrong with the fuel pumps, because they're 3 fuel pumps, and they come on one at a time, and, you know, it might be a fuel filter issue, but if I just do all new fuel lines and everything, I can route them the way I want to away from some of this stuff, and then
it solves a lot of problems, and it sets you up for more power in the future.
I like that. Then I can straight axle swap it.
Ooh, easy.
Just saying, because you have to delete the tank to straight axle swap it.
You could.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Working on a little bit of stuff. I know, like, the video quality lately really hasn't been like the greatest. I've been extremely busy. All the guys have been at work, and thankfully Travis has been able to spare some time in the evenings, come over and help me out. Definitely down on motivation to work on stuff because I'm so busy elsewhere. Like, the last thing on my mind is working on these cars. The big cars I'm waiting on a couple parts for, so it's been one of those things where I've just been slacking, and I really have no other excuse than just being lazy, and I really, really try not to be lazy, but
as I say, you guys play a big part in that too. Like, liking videos, commenting videos, being able to read it. Hey, what's going on with this? Like,
yeah. I mean,
it really is a motivation to get out here and start doing stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, the videos and YouTube itself, to me, really kind of took a backseat to some of the other work, and I'm sure you guys can see that in the video quality and the, you know, the view count, the comments, and everything like that. And I think from this point forward, I'm going to put some effort back into it to get it back to where it was and get everything rocking and rolling from there. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, for sticking around, for clicking on this video, for making it this long. It means the world. So thank you guys for watching. And, you know, do me a favor, comment down below. Let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're from. Let me know why you're watching. You got a build going on. Like, I'll hang out in the comments when I release this video at noon, and I'll be responding for, you know, an hour or two. I'll keep my phone on and have some conversations with you guys, and I'm just trying to really get like back in and energized to be doing the YouTube stuff again, because I've gotten, I wouldn't say burnt out, but I've just had other irons in the fire that have maybe piqued my interest more. So I still love doing this. I still love the challenge of doing the videos every day. To be completely transparent, I'm really trying to downsize and get rid of some projects so I don't have that cloud over my head, or you guys saying you don't work on or finish projects and everything like that. I got some giveaways. You know, we're giving away the Trans Am right now. I will not be replacing that car. I'm going to give away something else I already have. You know, after that, in my mind, it's kind of where I'm at. Maybe, you know, an F450 on some 24s. I don't know.
Ooh.
You know,
not this. This is not getting given away. The cow.
Not the cow. My mom would. Well, she'd come up here and fight me. So
Patty.
But there you go. That's kind of like, I guess, a little in depth of what I have going on. I don't really talk about my personal life ever, or like stuff. I'll mention Stormwork, but actually like the ins and out and the time it takes. I'm thinking about doing like a podcast style on the LS Nasty channel. I'm doing a trailer build series over there, and I got the iRacing set up, which sometimes I find time at like 3 a.m. to play. But I'd really like to start putting videos out for those 3 things on that channel. So go over there, subscribe to that channel, go to lsnasty.com, the first link in the description below, and pick up some merch to win a 1200 horsepower Trans Am. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe. See you guys in tomorrow's video.